Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have updates to share about the investigation into and the case against Republican Congressman George Santos. Also, I have to share with you one of the most asinine things that has come out of his mouth thus far. Um, as you guys all know, it was revealed that Santos' father and his aunt signed a bail agreement to keep him out of jail while he awaits his trial. This was for a multitude of crimes, including money laundering, theft of government funds. Well, it was revealed the judge warned them that they could lose everything if Santos doesn't comply with his bail terms. And, quote, it's about how well you know someone, whether you can exercise a certain amount of control or moral control over the person so that they understand what you are doing for them. And I'd advise you to give him a call today. Tell him you came in, you signed it, you're watching. I think that was her nice way of saying, you don't really know him, do you? If you're putting up this money. It was also revealed that Santos is prohibited from speaking to 4 different people prior to the trial. Unfortunately, their names are redacted, so we have no idea who they are, what's going on, why he has to ghost them. But during the hearing, the judge was informed that one of the 4 people tried to call Santos when he left the courthouse from a previous appearance before the judge. Apparently, Santos didn't answer the call. And so this person speaking on his behalf, it was all audio, so nobody knows who it was. I'm assuming it was his attorney. But they asked the court to contact this person and say, hey, stop calling him. You need to stop trying to contact George. It was also mentioned in court that the prosecutor provided more than 80,000 documents to Santos' legal team. So due to the exorbitant amount of discovery items, the judge has set a September 7th date for motion deadlines, and also at that time, they'll discuss when the trial will be. In regard to the ongoing House ethics investigation into Santos, the committee says they've issued more than 30 subpoenas and over 40 requests for information. So we'll see where that goes. Of course, they're not providing any details about who they subpoenaed and all that. And of course, the Republicans are in charge of that committee because they have the majority in the House. So they want this guy gone as well because he's an embarrassment, but probably not too soon, right? They need his votes, but they know he is totally an embarrassment. It highlights their hypocrisy about fraud, about grifting. I mean, not that Donald Trump didn't do that as well, but just a reminder. And remember, Trump was giving them things that they wanted, right? Other than a vote in the House, Santos is doing nothing for them. He's not even that well liked by Republican voters. So it was also recently reported that Santos' sister is still about $20,000 behind on her rent. The question remains, where did the money come from that she supposedly donated to his campaign? And in a statement to Insider News outlet, Santos said, quote, as for my sister's personal dealings, I'm unaware of them and find it interesting that the struggles of a private citizen newsworthy. I mean, besides him not making sense most of the time, it's newsworthy, George, because you claimed that you were a wealthy real estate investor and you publicly shamed and trashed people who didn't pay their rent. And then you, George, claimed in your public filings that your sister contributed thousands of dollars to your campaign. So yeah, that's why it's relevant. This is not to shame her. And supposedly she owes almost 40,000 or over 40,000, but they settled. They went to court, she and her landlord settled on just under 20,000, and she's still not making the payments. So how did she get thousands of dollars to give to her brother's campaign? So he has no shame. He just is ridiculous. Speaking of no shame, he was just interviewed on an online right-wing show. And in regard to his run-in with Senator Mitt Romney, which you guys might remember, it was at the State of the Union address. Romney said something shitty to him. He said something like, you need to sit in the back of the room and, you shouldn't even be here. You should be ashamed of yourself. Something, he called him a sick puppy, which really bad thing for Romney to say, considering what he did to his family dog on a cross-country trip, or I think it was a cross-country trip. Anyway, if you're not familiar, look it up. That the term sick puppy will take on a whole new meaning to you. Anyway, Santos tells this show host, quote, in regard to Romney, quote, "The man goes to the State of the Union of the United States wearing the Ukraine lapel pin and tells me, a Latino gay man, that I shouldn't sit in the front, that I should be in the back. Well, guess what? Rosa Parks didn't sit in the back, and neither am I going to sit in the back." And then he went on to say, "That's just the reality of our work. Mitt Romney lives in a very different world, and he needs to buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride for him." So much to say here. Seriously, Rosa Parks, he is delusional. Santos is comparing himself to a civil rights icon, someone who was fighting for equal rights during a time of hate-filled bigotry in our country. This is a man who has lied about just about every single aspect of his life and his heritage. That his family escaped Nazi Germany. He had the gall, the audacity to lie about his mother's death, to say that she died in the 9/11 terrorist attacks when it was easily disproven. And he thinks he's worthy to even speak the name Rosa Parks. And then he's saying, Romney better buckle up. Romney has tough times ahead. Oh, Georgie, you in danger, girl. I think it is you who is about to go through some things. So, yeah, I'd say you need about 12 seatbelts right now. Anyway, guys, I will let you know if I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you guys. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.